This video is going to be about, I don't know, 8 or 9 minutes long, not too long. We've got several hundred of them, or at least that's what we're going for on the internet. I am a person who is running for governor in the state of Texas in the year 2010. And despite the fact that that's about 2.5 years away, it's a very short period of time for me, a relatively unknown, to win against people such as Rick Perry or Kay Bailey Hutchison. But with your help, I can do it. Now, let me tell you what's in it for you, okay, if you want to support me or if you can support me. We're going to do some major things here in Texas, and among those are going to be 3 major things that you're absolutely going to love and that will affect you regardless of where you may live. We're going to eliminate federal income taxes in the state of Texas. I don't think we need to pay those anymore. And there's about half a dozen ways we can do that legally. We're going to eliminate property taxes on single-family residences, and we're going to bring gasoline down to $1.50 a gallon, or find a vehicle that can do 100 miles a gallon. And that vehicle, the technology exists for that vehicle today, right now. This is going to affect you no matter what state you live in, because we cannot achieve these things in Texas without also achieving them in your state. So what we're doing here is a number of videos so that you and I can talk together and have a one-to-one conversation, and you can get to know what I think and how I feel. And if you like what I'm saying, maybe you can visit the website at www.texasgovernor2010.com. And I hope that you'll share these videos and tell your friends and people to look at these videos, because we need literally millions of people to support. There are 23 million people in Texas, and I need those and the other 277 million, yeah, that's it, 277 million in the United States to support me. Today, with this video, I have a question that I want to ask you. And I've asked this question of many, many, many people, and no one has ever been able to answer this question for me. Oftentimes, if there's a discussion about who the richest man in the world is, we pretty much all know the answer to that. Inevitably, Bill Gates' name is going to come up. Sometimes it's Warren Buffett. Sometimes there's a new guy whose name I haven't memorized in Mexico who bought all the cable TV stations. But let's take for an example, if we say that the richest guy in the world is Bill Gates, and however many billions of dollars he has, 52 or 70, I don't know what it is, you and I can kind of understand that because we know he's connected with computers, and we know that's expensive, and programs, and we can kind of accept that. $52 billion. But let me tell you something that's very, very important, and it's going to relate to my question here in just a minute. Compared to the richest man in the world, Bill Gates is like a busboy. It's kind of like you and I walking along the sidewalk and we see a penny down there. Most of the time we're not going to stop to pick it up. It's a penny. That's what Bill Gates' wealth is compared to the richest man in the world. Now, let me tell you this. The richest man in the world has approximately an estimated wealth, he's the second richest man in the world. The second richest man in the world has an estimated wealth of 500 trillion. How many zeros is that? I think it's 12. $500 trillion. No, I think it's more than that. It's 12, 13, I think it's 14 video. You figure out the zeros. It's a lot of darn money, isn't it? But he's got $500 trillion. Now, how the heck did he get all that wealth? How did he do that? And that's not the question. Don't you want to know that? If you can meet or see somebody or talk to somebody with an estimated wealth of $500 trillion, man, that's a lot of money. Don't you want to know how he did that? Well, I think if you found out who that person was, then yeah, you'd want to know how he did that. And when you find out how he got it, you wouldn't be very happy about it. That's a problem. Now, who is that man? Well, I don't know if I'm going to tell you that exactly at this moment. But here comes the question. Here's the question to you. If you have 1 trillion, let's say you're not that rich. Let's say you have 1 trillion or 2 or 3 trillion dollars, okay? What is it? What's your life about? Do you think with $1 trillion you want to buy another car? Do you want to buy another house somewhere or build another mansion if you got $1 trillion? I don't think so. And if you're worth 500 trillion or 20 trillion or 30 trillion, because there's a lot of people worth $5 or $6 trillion. There's a lot of people like that. So here's my question to you. What are you doing with your life? What are you getting up to do every day? What work do you do? What do you do when you have $500 trillion? What are you trying to achieve? Because you're not trying to buy cars, you're not trying to buy office buildings, you're not trying to buy sex, you're not getting what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay? It's very important that you be able to answer this question. You need to think about this, because there are people in the world with that kind of wealth, and they're not sitting back retired. They're doing stuff. Every day they're doing stuff. And what they're doing is not in your best interest or not in my best interest. Well, now we have to tie this into politics. What does this have to do with Texas governor? You know, it is my contention, I guess that's a fancy word for opinion, it's my contention that the United States of America is owned. It's owned by somebody. It's a foreign corporation, and the president has bosses, and our governor has bosses. You know, this is not, you hear the term democracy all the time. Well, technically it's not a democracy, and technically it's not even a republic, even though our Pledge of Allegiance says, to the republic for which we stand. It isn't. This is a country that's owned and controlled by people. You know, now, we have a constitution, and it says that that constitution is of the people, by the people, and for the people. Do you believe that? Well, we might have an opportunity to take this country back now. I'm not certain. Maybe it's too late. But here I am. I gave you that question. It's your responsibility now, I guess, to try to answer that question. Because these people with this amount of money are our enemies. And every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they're fighting against us. If you'd like to stop them, if you'd like to be a part of something to literally change the United States of America, to bring back freedom here so that you're not arrested for deciding that you want to smoke a marijuana cigarette. You want to do this, They don't regulate how many Hostess Twinkies you can eat a day, but they want to regulate how many marijuana cigarettes you can smoke? I don't know. I don't think I quite get that, I'm Ken Griffin, and I'm running for governor in the state of Texas of 2010. Go to the website, find out more information, make a donation, send us an email, www.texasgovernor2010.com. I'd very much like to hear from you. I'd very much like to get your support. Give that some thought, see what we can do, and send this video to 10 of your friends now. That's it. Good luck to both of us. We'll see you later.